Thank you for joining today. We'll just give a minute or two for people to come out of the waiting room.
Mhm.
We're going to get started. Welcome, everyone. Thank you for joining us for today's live demo hosted by KBW. My name is Samantha, and I'm the Marketing Director for the Halloween and Party Expo and HauntCon virtual experience. Just a few housekeeping tips before we get started. Everyone is muted if you're attending, but if you have any questions at all during the presentation, please type them into the question and answer or chat box on the bottom of your screen. I'll be bringing them up during the presentation. We also will have time for questions at the end. The session will be recorded, so you can go back and watch again. It'll be available in just a few hours, and you can find it exactly where you joined this session in the virtual experience. Now, without further ado, I would like to introduce Jonas with KBW.
Okay, let's get started. So, hi everyone, my name is Jonas, and for those of you who don't know us, welcome to KBW. We manufacture and wholesale party masks, hats, and accessories, and we carry a really extensive line of seasonal and everyday party supplies. And to our returning customers, thank you for your support, and we look forward to working with you guys this year. So today we'll be going over a brief introduction of who we are and what types of products we'll carry. And then I'll be going over some of the items from the showroom so that you guys can get a sneak peek at the product quality and how it looks. And then we'll wrap up with any questions that you guys might have. And my contact information will be in the last slide. So if anyone has any questions or would like to request a copy of the catalog, I can do that as well. So moving on to the third slide. So KBW is the leading party mask supplier. And so everything you'll see here today, we design it in LA where we're based. And then we actually have our own factory in China. So our goal is to actually provide you with the newest and trendiest styles for any occasion throughout the year at the most competitive price points. Next slide. Our product line is really, really big, and we design throughout the year for seasonal events such as Day of the Dead. We have Mardi Gras, music festivals, steampunk, voodoo, Venetian, and that's just to name a few. So first off, I'd like to start off with the Plague Doctor. So during 2020, Plague Doctor was actually one of our trendiest styles just because of the entire pandemic and all the chaos going on. And, you know, the Plague Doctor actually comes from the 17th century when doctors would wear these really funny looking masks to treat their patients during the time known as the Black Death. And so they are really spooky looking with the long beaks and the dark goggles. But we definitely do see this as a trend going into 2021. So here, if you guys can see, I'm sharing this particular item from our showroom. And this is actually one of the most popular items that did really, really well for us this year. If you can see the beak and the goggles, this is a really cool item. So this is just another style of the Plague Doctor that we have, decorated with the chains and a little decor. And so I would say the most popular color for the Plague Doctor style is black and then brown. And we are also offering a Plague Doctor costume kit new for 2021, where you can get the hat, the mask, the staff, and everything else that comes with it. And so next slide, moving on to Music Festival. So in the past, Music Festival has been one of our biggest categories, and they're really popular for events such as Burning Man. We have Coachella, any types of raves such as EDM. And we carry top hats, captain hats, and goggles. And these come with or without the goggles. So you guys have that option. And so with the situation with the pandemic getting better, hopefully in the next few months, we'll see the music festivals opening up and everything start to get better. So music festival attendance will go up, and we see this going up as a trend for 2021. So if you see right here in my video, this is a really popular item that we have. Comes with the goggles in rainbow. And then just another example of a music festival hat, we have this particular captain hat in black. And then this set right here is our most popular style for the music festival. So these goggles come with the diamond cut lens, which are really fun to wear and enjoy at a music festival. Moving on to the next slide for steampunk. As you can see in the background, we carry a really extensive line for steampunk masks, hats, and accessories. And for the steampunk industry, we actually see the trend growing. So we've developed a whole new line of products going into 2021 for steampunk. And so our steampunk masks range anywhere from half mask. So if there is a steampunk event, people can carry drinks and enjoy their drinks. And also full face masks for people who want to do more of a whole costume put together. For example, the image that you see to the right in the slide. We also carry the gas mask in steampunk colors and a few more. So this is an example of the steampunk cat. Here. A new style that we have for 2021. Another steampunk style here. And then a half mask steampunk style that I was talking about. And so moving on to the next slide, we also carry a big range of steampunk hats. So for steampunk hats, we offer three options, which are the light up, the non-light up, and the steampunk mini hat. So the first example I have here is a light up steampunk hat. And this is one of our top selling items in steampunk. Right here. And then here's an example of a steampunk hat.
Jonas, we just have a quick question while you're showing those. There are a few questions about item numbers for some of the music festival and then the hats. Do you want to follow up with those questions after the demonstration?
Yeah, so as for the steampunk items, we actually have a product catalog uploaded online. So any requests for catalogs, just go ahead and email me at the email listed on the last slide, and then just go ahead and send that over.
Great, perfect. If you also want to put your request in the chat too, we'll get that to Jonas also.
And then I'm going to type my email in the chat so that everyone who's requesting can note of that. Okay, and so the next item that we have here is a mini steampunk hat. And this is just a cute little accessory that you can put on going to a steampunk themed party or a fair. And so the next category we have are masquerade masks. So this fits for any type of special occasions, whether it be high school prom, a reunion, or a fancy ball. We offer these masks in a variety of styles. So they come in rhinestone, with or without feathers, with or without the stick, and in laser cut, which is a full metal mask that's really good for masquerade balls. So this here is a very popular masquerade mask that we carry. As you can see, it's very detailed. There. So for men's masquerade mask, we have a few styles here. This one with the long nose. This one right here with the feathers to the side. And then this one right here. So if you guys see any of the items that I'm showing that you really like, it's going to be listed in the best-selling catalog later. So don't worry, and everything will be there later. And then just another masquerade styled mask. So up next on the next slide, we have our Mardi Gras items. And for Mardi Gras, we carry clothing anywhere from Mardi Gras dresses, bow ties, hats, t-shirts. We carry Mardi Gras mask. And then once again, very similar to the masquerade section where we carry masks with sticks and without sticks and feathers. And so here's an example of the Mardi Gras mask with the stick. So it just kind of goes over the face like this. Mardi Gras mask without the stick and with feathers. And then a few of the really cool light up hats in the signature Mardi Gras colors, the purple, green, and the gold. And a really fun Mardi Gras accessory right here. Good for the Mardi Gras parade or carnival. Okay. The next section we have is voodoo. So for voodoo, it's something that we see customers buy to put together with their voodoo styled Halloween costume. So here's an example of the voodoo style. So right here. And then these styles right here with the horns. And then this one right here is one of my personal favorites. It just sits above your head like this. Excuse me.
We have a couple more questions. If you want to just take a second for those. So one question is, are there any types of show specials for ordering during the Halloween Party Expo virtual event?
Yes. So we actually have a on sale catalog that we can send over. So everything that is on sale or has a small special is going to be in that catalog.
Perfect.
Mm-hmm. Are there any other questions?
Another question that came up earlier was how are the items packaged and shipped?
Yeah. Okay, so it really varies from which type of item. So if we have a smaller mask, such as this one right here, they're packaged in 12s. But we also do break up the cases. So the minimum order for each item is 4 pieces. Any other questions?
Not right now. I will look through. We have about 5 minutes left, just so you know.
Okay, sure. Yeah. So let me speed through the. So this is another voodoo styled mask that we carry, and this one's a really exciting mask that we really like going into 2021. So for next, we have our very traditional Venetian styles. One second, right over here. So this one, we have the a Roman style. And then this very Venetian style with the really cool patterns. And next we have the leather. So the leather mask is something very typical you'll see in the movie series 50 Shades of Grey. So something like this. And this mask with the chains. And then we also carry a variety of hats. They could be Halloween themed or old fashioned hats. So this one over here, HAT052 is one of our best selling hats. And then this is just another example of the old fashioned hats. This one over here is really cool too. Okay, we're almost done here. We have the fantasy section. So this section, we have the mermaid masks, which are really good for coastal themes and for kids. And we have something a little scarier here. It's a very mythical creature under fantasy and this style as well. And then last but not least, we have our light up collection, and we're really excited to be launching this in 2021. So we have this light up cowboy hat right over here. And then also here we have the LED goggles. So this one's going to be a really cool one going into 2021. And we see this light up collection growing a lot into 2021, just because it has a little reference to the movie series The Purge and all the chaos and the pandemic going on. There's a lot of room for this item to be really popular. Okay. So last but not least, we also developed this really cool cowboy hat. It's also light up. And with that, I'd like to thank you all for showing, and thank you all for coming to see this presentation. And if you guys have any questions, my contact information will be in the last slide. Thank you very much.
Just a couple more questions that we saw. Someone asked what is the shipping turnaround time and when they could receive items?
So our items are mostly in stock in our warehouse based out of LA. So every order that we get, we have a really quick turnaround and we can ship it out within 1 to 2 business days.
Great, perfect.
And the new items, we will be looking at bringing them in the end of May. Yeah.
Great. There's a lot of requests for catalogs, so we'll make sure that we get those to Jonas. And just some comments that the lines look great and they're very excited about them. So thank you everybody so much for joining. As I mentioned before, the recording of this session will be available in the virtual experience in the event agenda. And we're just going to launch a really quick poll before we go. If you would like a follow-up meeting with KBW, just mark yes or no in the poll, and we'll also share that information.
So our whole catalog is actually a little under 400 pages because that product line is so extensive. But what we've done with the link that we'll be sending over is break them to individual categories. So you guys can sort them out based on whatever category that you're looking for, whether it be music festival, masquerade, mass, steampunk, and Day of the Dead.
Perfect. And if anybody has any additional questions, you can always message Jonas or KBW, their company, in the virtual experience as well. Thank you, everybody, so much for joining today. Have a good day.
Thank you so much for joining.